Okay guys, I'm going to go through this lesson one. If you're a guitarist and you're working in treble clef, just follow along. You'll still learn something valuable out of this. So I'm just going to do etude A, and I'm going to run from here. I'm going to tap with my right heel to kind of keep time. I'm not using a metronome. This is whole notes on the E string. So that's open. O is for 0 fingers, and then 1 is for the first finger, and then 3 is for the third finger, and that's E, F, G. This ledger line here with the circle, that's a whole note, meaning it's going to take up the whole measure. 4/4, which means I'm going to get 4 quarter notes. Bottom is the value of the beats per measure, or the quarter notes, and then there's 4 of those. So if it was 3/4, there'd be 3 quarter notes, but it's 4/4, so we're going to give it 4 beats. Okay, you can look up bass clef, you can look up time signatures. The reason it's a bass clef is, and it's also, this is actually a fancy F, and those 2 dots are above and below the line that represents F. So good boys do fine always is what we were taught in high school. So good G, B, D, F, A, and then the spaces are all cows eat grass. Okay? So when you play this note, you simply pluck the string, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to hit that next one, F, first finger on the E string, just coming up a semitone, half tone, 2, 3, 4, and then 3 is that next one on the G. Okay, so I'm going to just keep playing. I'm going to start and just keep playing, and I'm not going to count out loud. Just see if you can follow along, okay? Open E, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4 to the G, 2, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then that larger stripe means it's the end, and that small line actually means to repeat. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat. But this time I'm going to call out the letter name. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, G, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4. fret, no problem. Just keep going. F, 2, 3, 4 to the G, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3. That's E, open E. Up to the F on the first fret, F, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, F, G. All right? So all you're basically doing is playing in the key of C, no sharps, no flats, and it's just an E string exercise. So you're just basically looking at the note, making sure that E is open, and then this next one is the F, first finger, E, F, G, F, E, E, F, F. Okay, I was actually going pretty fast. So when I say fast, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Like, go as slow as you can. Muddy Water says slow it down as much as you possibly can. And when you think you've slowed it down as slow as you can get it, slow it down even more. And if you're getting bored, it's just an attention thing. You know, this is really, I think, if you're learning music for the first time, it can be very meditative, and you can work on your attention, you can work on your concentration, you're working on your mind, eye-hand coordination. And when you get all three of these together and you stick with this consistently, even if it's just 5 to 15 minutes a day, you know, then like with this exercise, I've done it twice and we're right at 7.5 minutes, okay? So if I were to do the same thing here, it would be 15 minutes. So it's like a 15-minute a page study. And we'll get into more study, music practice principles like turning off your phone, making sure you find a nice place, just as if you were like meditating or reading a book. But that's for another video, for another bright day. All right, lesson 1 out of Jeff Berlin's Bass Education. Jeff Berlin, I sent him a message and asked him if I could use his material, and he said go for it. So for educational purposes only, if any copyright lawyers are hot on my trail. So thanks for watching all the way through. Do yourself a favor. Keep up with the music reading. It only gets easier and better and more fruitful from here. As boring as this may seem, try to find some like enjoyment in the learning process. You'll be surprised at, after a week of doing this, coming back and going, oh, that right there, that's open E. And then the one is an F, G, F, E, E, F, F, G, G, F, you know, and it's like reading. And then in no time, you'll be up to lesson 11 with all these nasty accidental hashtags. Sharps. Right? Okay? This is where I'm at right now. On my bass learning path is in the second intermediate book. This beginner's book will make someone who thinks they're advanced not so advanced, unless you can read this stuff and sight read it. This is getting into eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3, and that's a tied note, so that's going into the 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Oh, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so this is just a little bit We're talking basic math here, fractions, you guys, eighths, sixteenths, quarters, quarter of what? Quarter of a dollar. This one's fun too. 1 and then and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 ties into the next measure. So enjoy the process. Try to find some enjoyment out of the learning process. And that's part of how you can grow and improve as a musician if you're just learning how to read, okay? All right, we're gonna go back. This again is, let me just show you the cover of the book. Bass Mastery, great book. This book should be a part of any serious bassist library. Are you serious, guys? I'm serious. And it's for beginners, man. I got this book 4 years ago in the middle of COVID. I was in Long Island, and I mean, this thing will bust your knuckles, but when you get through it, if you've never done this, I don't care what style of music you play, it's gonna improve your vocabulary tremendously. I'm looking at this. I'm gonna go through this book again because I just need to. I feel as though like I couldn't probably just sight read this. So this is beginner. This is the beginner book, all right? All right, guys, have a great one. If you have any questions, let me know.